technical official to date. So I started out many years ago. I'm not telling you how many, but it was a lot. My parents were involved in badminton. My father was a badminton referee, and I just sort of fell into it. Discovered I was really good at it, so kept it up. I did all the national level things, gave up for a few years, came back, and then went on my international travels through there. So I went through being a BWF umpire at a accredited level and then a certificated level, and then retired from that early because I found I wanted to go down the refereeing path. So I've been a referee for about a BWF referee for about the last 10 years, and now sit at the top level of that as a semi-professional badminton referee. My initial reaction to receiving a letter of appointment to the 2020 Olympics, I was really rapt. I have been to 2 previous Olympics as an umpire, but going as a referee is a whole different ballgame. So I was really excited to get that, and really happy to be one of only 4 to be appointed to that. So the last 2 Olympics I was appointed as an umpire, and this time I'm being appointed as a referee. Now that's really quite different to being an umpire. As a referee, you're involved with a lot more previous to going to the Olympics, so there's a lot more work in regulations and who's going and who's not going and all those sort of things. Whereas an umpire, you have previous work, but your work really begins when you arrive at the Olympics. Whereas as a referee, it kind of begins months, and in this case, almost years before we've actually got there. So technical officials at the Olympics, they're split into three groups. We have our line judges, who are, I think there's about 24 international line judges appointed, and then there's a team of about 60 local line judges appointed. And they're there solely to adjudicate on lines. We then have 28 international umpires appointed, who are there to obviously umpire matches, and 4 international referees. There's 1 head referee and then 3 deputies, of which I'm one of those. And we are there to make sure that the regulations are adhered to, make sure that everything runs smoothly, hopefully, and to basically just keep on top of everything that's going on day to day. How do we uphold the standard at the Olympic Games? It's quite easy. I mean, these guys have worked their whole lives to get to the Olympic Games. For umpires, it's the pinnacle of their umpiring career. So actually motivating them to uphold their standards is quite easy. But you know, every day we have briefings, we get together, we have after meetings, after the day's play, just to go over things. And we spend a lot of time talking with our umpires and keeping them on track and just keeping them excited about what they're doing. As a referee, there's a lot of differences being appointed to the Olympics as opposed to being appointed to like the World Championships. The Olympics, although the referee role is quite defined, it's less hands-on than, say, for example, the World Championships prior to being at the event, because a lot of the work is done by Tokyo 2020, it's done by the BWF. For example, we have no say in how the courts are set up, lighting, where the venue is, anything like that, whereas at other events we have more say in those sort of things. So it's less hands-on, but it's more complicated because there's a whole new layer that you have to deal with. You have to deal with the BWF, and plus you have to deal with Tokyo 2020, and you have to basically keep everybody happy, which is what we try and do.